Merry meet and welcome to the general reading for all signs for today, the 14th of February, 2024. Happy Valentine's Day for any of you who celebrate it. We are streaming live on YouTube and on Twitch. Moderating today on YouTube is the lovely Diane, and moderating on Twitch is the lovely Honeypaw. Thank you so much, Diane. Thank you so much, Honeypaw. And thank you to everybody for joining us today. I'm reading today with the Gulliver Tarot, and I'm going to purify with this Vervain by L'Occitane, my favorite of the commercial bands. 3 sprays in this large room, more than sufficient. If you're watching us on a restream on YouTube and you want to don't want to watch the shuffling, you can use the timestamps in the video description to just fast forward through all that. Oh, that's right. I can't riffle shuffle these. They are too big and too difficult. So this is the way. If you're watching on YouTube, please make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. If you're watching on Twitch, please make sure you follow us on Twitch. I can't remember what you had to do on Twitch. If you want to watch without ads, you can subscribe to us on Twitch. Oh, this does go out to a lot of people, so if for some reason it doesn't seem to apply to you, just disregard it because it may not be meant for you. In that case, you can check out the zodiacal readings for your sun sign, rising sign, and or moon sign, all of which are available for easy restream on our website, and you can go to arielscorner.com, arielscorner.com, and click on the free online tarot readings link right in the main menu. We do have a shop, and that's at arielscornershop.com, arielscornershop.com, and that's going to be upgraded over the next some time. I'm not sure how long it's going to take, but for the time being, it's a bunch of affiliate links, which means that we make a small commission off of each and every sale. We do appreciate your support. Another way to support us is with a donation, and you can donate by going to paypal.me/arielgatoga, paypal.me/arielgatoga. If you're on YouTube, you could also use a super sticker, super chat, or super thanks if you feel like giving a donation. We do appreciate your support, but what we appreciate the most of all is that you are here for this general reading for all signs. So, enough with the shuffling. Let's give this deck a nice clean cut and see what's in the cards for everybody today. The 14th of February, 2024. Starting off with a 6 of Wands, a 10 of Swords, and then an 8 of Swords. Okay, so, I think what happens is when we have this sort of push-pull that many of us have. We think about, oh, well, I want the divine design of my life to manifest, and I want, I'm going to call on whatever, higher power, solar light, to come in and reorder everything for me so that everything is okie dokie. And then we say, yeah, maybe not. Maybe I'm going to give it, and then I'm going to take it back. And then I'm going to give it, and then I'm going to take it back. And when we do that, we get so stressed out. We really can get so stressed out, and that's what this is all about: is this stress of sort of like being on the fence, trying to live a double life, of one of spiritual surrender and one of ego, both at the same time. And this live by the sword, die by the sword card, this 10 of Swords, talks about how we are very sort of ingenious at self-destructive tendencies. We're very super smart about how we can mess things up. That, I remember, I talked about this a couple times, but I remember coming to a realization of one day of, I must be so powerful, because when I mess something up, boy, it's complete. I mean, it's just like every base is covered. I must be powerful. And what if I could turn that around and use power to my benefit rather than always messing things up? And that's what the solar light is all about. But you see, the thing is that's so challenging for many of us is when we call upon that solar light, or whatever you use. You don't have to use my techniques. Whatever you use to sort of, invoke a higher power to come in and reorder things for us. When we do that, we have to let go. We have to trust it. We can't just keep saying, yeah, I trust you and I want you to do this for me, but I'm going to just go in and kind of screw with it for a while, right? This Eight of Swords talks about obsessive thinking, about not being able to get out of our own heads, not being able to get out of our own ways. And, if we allow our minds to run amok like that, then it's really challenging for us to have all the benefits that this solar light wants to bring us. Now, if you don't know what the solar light is, you can listen to those solar light meditations. I have 2 of them. I also have a little lecture on the solar light as well. But if you learn how to do that solar light work and you do that regularly instead of this all just kind of breaks apart. You can't have that solar light working in your life and have obsessive thinking at the same time. You can't have that solar light working in your life and have all of those self-destructive tendencies going on at the same time. It's one or the other. And I think what happens is that we are worried that if we do that sort of surrender that I talk about, which is such a kind of a negative word in many people's vocabulary. Sorry, I just dropped cards. If you do have that sort of consecration of your life to that higher power, the fear is that I won't get anything I want. If I do that, I won't get anything I want. So I'd rather go through the pain so that I can at least have what I want, rather than, being a shill for being a mark for the solar light. And that's not the truth. See, when you are committed to letting go and consecrating yourself to that higher power, everything that you want, everything that could possibly make you happy is on its way. And you just basically have to get out of the way, receive it, and then organize it and get busy with it. We have a Knight of Cups. I just love a good Knight of Cups. And then the Queen of Swords, wouldn't you know? And then the solar light comes back in all its glory here. So, the solar light wins out in the end because you decide for it. That's all. That's your power, is decision. But in the midst of it, it looks like right now many of us are choosing to flex our Queen of Swords muscles, because somehow we believe that that's more powerful than this solar light work, or this higher power work. When it's a very serious issue like addiction or illness, things like that, when it's a very serious issue and it just seems very life and death, all of a sudden we don't have time for the Queen of Swords. All of a sudden it's just like, okay, we're committed to the solar light. All of a sudden everything's different. Let's not wait for it to be serious, what we consider serious or life-threatening, to get on it, to get on to the work at hand. Because remember that the Queen of Swords and all of this ego here, all of these self-destructive tendencies, are simply delay tactics. Because it's, and I know, everybody knows that eventually you're gonna come back around to doing that which makes you happy. You're going to come around to doing that which makes you be of service to spirit and to be a light in this world, which is what you were born to be. You're going to anyway, because that's going to be your ultimate decision, because you can't help yourself, because that's what you want. You ultimately want that. You don't want all of this interim stuff. So since it's going to happen anyway, why waste all this time in self-destruction and obsession and worry and upset? So when we see and notice that Queen of Swords experience, it's not about making her wrong, because she's nothing but a construct. She's nothing but a habit. So you don't want to like try to fight against the Queen of Swords, because it's silly. That's fighting against a shadow. But what you do want to do is make a decision against it. Make a decision against those tendencies. And those self-destructive tendencies can be very sly. They can be very cunning. They can make you believe that you're being powerful when in fact you're not. They can make you believe that it's not you, that it's them. That's a big one of hers, is judging them because they're the problem, not you. And you might have every reason in the world to be right about that, but it doesn't matter, because it's still delaying your happiness. It's still delaying your success. So let's not take this detour. You don't have to forgive and forget. You don't have to go that far today. But what you do have to do is notice what your tendency is. What are you focusing on? Where is your tendency to tune in? What frequency are you tuning into? Are you tuning into how bad they are? Are you tuning into how bad this problem is? Are you tuning into all of that? Or when you do that, are you tuning into the solution and finding a way through that and to break through that? So it's either one or the other, because she wants you to believe that, well, you don't want to just be unaware. You want to be aware of all the problems. Well, that's fine to be aware of the problem so that you can solve it. But she's not interested in solutions. She's interested in defense and attack. Defense and attack. And when you are involved in defense and attack, you are pulling yourself out of the solution completely. Right? So whatever the problems that you believe are happening today, they are not the problems that you think they are. There's only one problem and only one solution today. The one problem is that you've decided against yourself. The one solution is that you return to that sanity, that you return to deciding for your happiness, deciding for your joy, deciding for the divine's will for you, which is happiness, which is joy. It really is a decision today. Don't believe that everything's happening to you today. Even if it seems like it's really happening to you today, you can still make a new choice. You can make the choice for joy, the choice for solution, the choice for divine order. The divine design of my life is manifesting right now. What a powerful thing to say when you are staring a problem straight in the face. The divine design of my life is now manifesting instead. Whoa, it shuts her up. That gets you right back on to this solar light. All right, so now this Knight of Cups is the help that comes to you straight from that solar light, straight from that higher power. So whenever you have that, it seems like your problems are too big, or you seem like you can't shut the negative talk down in your mind, or you really do believe that they're the problem. And again, we're not saying that they don't have a role in it. We're not saying that you should roll over and be abused. No. But even if you are being victimized by another person, she's not the person to help you out of it. She's going to want to make you stay in it somehow. So even if you are being abused by somebody, you want to call upon that divine design of your life so that you can be lifted out of that situation immediately, because that is not the will of the infinite. So working with that solar light today is of prime importance. And if you don't like that term and you don't like that particular process, it's okay. Find some other way of aligning your will with the divine will. That divine will, the same will that knows how to turn, embryos into babies and make a planet revolve around the sun, and the mystery of photosynthesis and all of that. That power, that divine will is also for you, has a divine will for you that doesn't include these problems, that doesn't include this abuse or whatever it is that you're going through, this self-destructive tendencies, these obsessive thoughts. One other thing you can listen to if you really are having trouble with obsessive thoughts or intrusive thoughts, which I understand very, very intimately, is that off switch technique. And you can find that by going to YouTube and just search Gatoga off switch. It's a very brief little lecture. I think it's 3 minutes or something like that. Learn how to use that technique over and over and over again. Shut that stuff down. Make a new choice away from looking at the problems as the Queen of Swords, and switch over to invoking the divine design of your life, so that divine design can actually move through and become manifest for you, because you are in charge. Nothing can happen against your will. You're the one in charge of how you use your mind today. So watch your choices and look at your choices and make some real major decisions in the face of any problems that you may think that you are encountering, to have the divine design be manifest in their place. Thank you so much for joining me today. I so appreciate you, and thank you so much to the amazing moderators, Honey Paw and Diane. And we will see everybody for another reading tomorrow. Blessed be.